Lord Shiva said, O Vaishnava, Parvati and I yearn to always stay in Vaikuntha Loka, just as you do. That realm is very difficult to attain. The liberated souls pray for it. Lord Brahma, his sons, and I myself strive for it. A person who has great faith in pure and desireless performance of one's own varnashram duties attains the mercy of Lord Hari. If that mercy is multiplied 100 times, one attains the post of Brahma. If that mercy is again multiplied 100 times, one attains my post. If the mercy I receive from the Lord is multiplied 100 times, one attains Vaikuntha. You are a Govardhan Gopa's son, a devotee of Lord Matharesh, and a disciple of a Brahmin attached to the Lord's service. You devoutly chant a mantra glorifying the Lord, and you love the Lord. You should go to Vaikuntha. Knowing that impersonal liberation, Sahujamukti, which is one of the 4 kinds of liberation and which is attained by sannyasis who imagine that they are non-different from the Supreme, whose hearts are withered by great flames of sufferings in the world of repeated birth and death, who cherish what is worthless and cannot distinguish the worthless and the valuable, and whom I, by the order of Lord Krishna, who wished to conceal the path of loving devotion to his lotus feet, cast into an ocean of illusions, is rejected by they who taste the bliss of devotional service to the Lord. You should also reject that liberation, which is a great obstacle. A Brahmin who lived in Dwarka and prayed only for the nectar of devotional service, by his own mystic power brought his sons from impersonal liberation to Dwarka. By the mercy of your spiritual guru, even here you can see the Supreme Lord. That sight makes you yearn to see Lord Krishna. Sri Gopakumar continued, O Brahmin, by Lord Shiva's mercy I was filled with bliss. Although wishing to say something, because of shyness I could not speak. Hearing Lord Shiva's words, the Lord's humble associates respectfully bowed before him, and with love said to him,
O Lord, you are not different from the Lord of Vaikuntha, and Gauri is not different from Goddess Lakshmi. It is right that you and your goddess stay in his realm. You are famous for being very dear to him, and for being his great incarnation. What you have just said about yourself is proper for one very dear to the Lord. You enjoy pastimes in the nectar waves of devotional service. The Vaishnavas glorify you. You are the most glorious of all incarnations.
Gopakumar continued, ashamed to hear himself praised, Lord Shiva remained silent. The very friendly associates of the Lord then embraced me and said,
O you who worship our Lord's transcendental mantra, you who are dear to Lord Shiva, O cowherd boy, we count you among the devotees. An exalted Mathura Brahmana named Jayanta was born on the Ganges shore. He is an incarnation of Lord Krishna. He is your great guru. Know the truth. We have come here for your sake. Hear what you should do for your own welfare. If you desire to attain Vaikuntha, then renounce everything and perform the 9 kinds of loving devotional service. Worship Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures that teach devotional service. Regularly hear of the Lord's pastimes. When they lovingly enter the ear, the narration of his pastimes have the power to give the Lord's lotus feet at once. Any one of these 9 kinds of devotional service is the best of all ways to attain Vaikuntha, the highest goal. The glories of Vaikuntha make great souls reject all material results as insignificant. To taste its sweetness, the devotees who know how to taste nectar engage in devotional service, which has 9 ways. When these kinds of devotional service are performed with faith, at a certain time, pure love for Lord Krishna's lotus feet appears of its own accord. Devotional service performed with love cures the heart disease, that is the desire for other attainments, a disease that prevents the attainment of Vaikuntha. Wherever devotional service is performed, that place becomes Vaikuntha. Although the Lord is always present in other places, He is not always seen there. The devotees yearn for Vaikuntha because He is always seen there. The faithful devotees cannot attain this kind of pure devotional service, eternal and without any obstacles, in any other place. Do not think devotional service is an activity of the material senses, mind, or body. It is beyond the modes of material nature. It is eternal, spiritual, and full of bliss. To bring happiness to the devotees, devotional service is splendidly manifest by Lord Krishna's mercy in many ways to souls beyond the modes of material nature, who have forms of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. When by using proper discrimination, a pure soul goes to Lord Hari's spiritual abode, the many kinds of devotional service are splendidly manifest in him. Purified of material actions performed by body or senses, there is no contact with anything other than devotional service. How can a person who remains aloof from the activities of devotional service go to Vaikuntha? He attains at best impersonal liberation. It should not be thought that activities of devotional service are like other activities. It should be understood that a devotee's body or possessions are not like anything else. Whether in Vaikuntha or in another place, the devotees have forms, limbs, and senses that are eternal and full of knowledge and bliss.
Sanatana Goswami explains that by the potency of the Lord's mercy, a devotee's material body becomes spiritualized.
We, the Lord's associates in Vaikuntha, who day and night serve Him in many ways and remain untouched by the modes of material nature, are the proof of this. Devotional service lovingly appears before the new devotees because of the actions they perform with their senses. The great souls do not think devotional service is independent of the Lord. They see devotional service is the Lord's great mercy. If you wish to see Vaikuntha at once, then go to beautiful Brajabhumi, the best of holy places that fulfill all desires. To the Lord's beautiful lotus feet, always render pure devotional service, which consists mainly of glorifying the holy name. By this you will attain a great wealth of spiritual love and easily see Lord Krishna in Vaikuntha.